guys, welcome to Michael's Winter Workshop. My name is Sarah, and today we are going to be doing a pop-up holiday card, such as this. Just a little bit about me. I work at the Michael's Support Center in Irving, Texas. I have worked for Michael's for 16 years, and I work in product development. So I work on the team for Creatology that works to try and bring you guys the most fun, creative crafts that we can give you throughout the year and for every season. So next we're going to go on to the instructions in the supply list that we have here. So we're going to be, again, making this card. And the few things that you're going to need is you're going to need cardstock, red and white. You're going to need some of the assorted sequins from Creatology. I have mine here in a jar. Some white pom-poms. We have some markers here. We have some glue. And we also have, I have a couple of other extra things that you will need from home, and that's just scissors, pencil, and a ruler. Make sure you have a ruler, that's really important. So I guess we'll go straight into making the craft. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to start cutting our paper. And the first one we're going to cut out is on our red paper here. And you need to cut a 6 by 11 box. If you have the 8.5 by 11 paper, it's already 11 inches long, so you don't have to cut that, but you do need to cut it 6 inches wide. So let's just measure ourselves here. 6 inches. And that's right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make myself a line all the way down, and then I'm going to cut that. Make sure you're using some good kid scissors. If you don't have any and you have to use scissors from an adult, just make sure that you ask for permission first. And if your mom is a crafter, please don't get her fabric scissors. It will break her heart. So we're just going to cut this all the way to have our 6 inch by 11 rectangle. So that's the first thing we're going to do. Now we need to fold it in half to make our box. So we're just going to take the ends and meet them up and fold it in half. Just like that. Next, in order to keep our box closed, we're going to need to glue on the insides. So you can grab your glue. If you're using Creatology glue and you've never used it before, more than likely you're going to have a cap in here to keep it from leaking. So if your glue is not working, just twist off the top, and then there could be a little cap in here. I've already used this one, so it's not in there, but it would just be a piece of plastic that you could just pull out. All right, so now what we're going to do is to make our box, we have to glue the sides together, but make sure you don't glue the top, because this is where the top of your present's going to go into. So we're just going to put a little bit of glue down the side, not too much, because we don't want it to squeeze out and get on everything. Do it just like that. And turn it around and just close it gently, so that way it will dry. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cheat, and I'm going to set this aside for a moment, and I'm going to put my jar on top of it so it stays closed and will dry correctly while we move on to the next step. Now, the next step we have is we need to cut a rectangle from our white cardstock, which is here, and it needs to be 1.5 inches by 7 inches. And this is going to be the lid of your box. So first we're going to measure 7 inches. Here. And there's my 7. And then we're gonna measure 1.5, which is about here. And I'm gonna make my line so I can cut it straight. If you have a paper cutter, you can use that too, but make sure you ask mom before you do that. So now I'm going to cut that all the way up. If you're not used to using a ruler, that's okay. You can ask for help. Or your cuts don't have to be exact, but you do want to get them pretty close so everything will work pretty well. So now I'm going to cut it to this length. Just a quick little tip. So you don't want to see your pencil lines, make sure you use the other side. So that's our first. And it says, if you want to, you can make a bow for the project. So if you see here, this one has a bow. You don't have to do that, but that's something that you can get creative with. So what I thought I would do is I grabbed some of my fun paper that I have in my craft stash, some greens, and I thought that I would just make a little bow to go on the top of mine. So I'm just going to take the green paper and I'm going to like fold it and then cut it. So you have a little bow. And then I thought this green polka dot was a lot of fun. So I'm just going to cut a couple of those. The cuts don't have to be perfect, just make it fun. And I thought that that could be my little bow. So you can see we just glued it on the back here. So that's what I'm going to do right now is just glue my bow on the back. Do it right here. Again, just a little bit of glue. You don't want to do too much because you don't want it to get messy and have a hard time drying. I'm going to put a little dab of glue here. Now again, this is not a part that you have to do. This is just if you want to do something extra and put some more pizzazz on your present, you can totally do that. So I'm going to lay that right there. And then again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat. And I'm going to put this under my jar too, so it'll dry. Okay, next step, step 3. Cut another white rectangle 5 by 5. So we're going to grab a ruler again, and we're going to cut a 5 by 5 rectangle. You can use this same piece of paper, but you have enough on there to do that. So I have 5 by 5. So I'm going to make my lines again. I find this, making the lines like this makes it easier for me to make sure I cut straight. Don't have to be perfectly straight. Do the best that you can. Okay, so now we're going to cut that out. So today is the present that we're making, but keep in mind there are other crafts that you can do with the winter workshop. You can watch them live online each day as they're shown, or you can go and do the pre-recordings. So there's lots of fun stuff that you can do. So now we have our 5 by 5 rectangle, and you're going to glue it with the top of your present. The other thing that you can do here is you can draw a picture or write Merry Christmas or whatever you want. If you see here, we have a cute little scene with a Christmas tree and a little puppy and a window. But here is something you can just draw whatever you want. You can just simply put Merry Christmas, or you could draw a picture or Happy Holidays or whatever it is that you want to do. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw myself a Christmas tree. Don't laugh at my art. I am not an artist. I am definitely more of a crafter. There's my little Christmas tree. I'm just going to put some leaves in there. Now I have an 11-year-old daughter who is an amazing artist, and she would put me to shame doing this. That's okay. We can't all be spectacular at everything. So I'm going to put some ornaments on here for my tree. If you're just wanting to wish somebody happy holidays and not necessarily a Merry Christmas, you could just make this a winter tree as well. Okay, got my red ornaments. I think I'm going to do myself a little star up here for my tree topper. Again, your drawing doesn't have to be perfect. And I think what I'm gonna do, told you I have an 11-year-old daughter, but I actually have two girls. One is 11 and one is a 4. And they both love pink and purple. So I'm gonna make some pink and purple presents down here because those are their favorite colors. The pink present, I'm gonna put purple bows on them. I don't think I'm gonna draw a window on mine, but I do think that I'm going to put a little sentiment on here for whoever I want to send it to. So I'm just gonna write on here, Merry Christmas. And there you go. That's all drawn. So hopefully now some of our glue will have dried. Looks like we got a little bit more to dry, so I'm going to wait to attach that. But in the meantime, what you can also do is you can put an additional white piece here for your ribbon if you want. So if you look, you can cut your paper to be the same size. I don't think I'm going to put the white ribbon on mine because I want to put as much sequins as I possibly can. So what we're going to do here is we're going to grab our Creatology sequins, and you can start gluing those on. I know I keep saying this, but you don't have to use a whole lot of glue. Just a little bit goes a long way. And just glue them on. My favorite color is blue. So I'm going to put as many blue on here as I can. Now you don't have to just keep your drawing and your writing to the inside of the card. You could also do whatever you want here. So the exciting thing about these is that you can do exactly what we do, or you can do it how you want. Christmas is my favorite time of year to craft. We do a lot of crafting in my house. Me and my girls and my husband is an artist himself. And so he's the one that draws all the pretty things. And I'm the one that just decorates them, crafts them. I love making cards for my family members. We have a lot of family members that live all over the world. And it's a lot of fun to be able to send them homemade cards every year to share the holiday cheer for those that aren't, near to us. You can also make these for your teachers or your friends, your parents, whoever you want to make it for. Now, if you're working at home and you don't have these exact supplies, that's okay too. You can use different colors if you want to. You don't have to use red and white. You can use any type of embellishments on here that you want. If you don't have sequins and you just want to color on it, or if you want to get really creative and maybe put some buttons or any other like little embellishments that you have. It would be really beautiful just drawn on them. I know that as much as I love to make homemade cards and send them, I also love to get them. It's so exciting to get something in the mail these days. Feel like everything is electronic and emails, and it's just rare to get something good in the mail, especially a homemade treat. Sure to brighten somebody's day. Oh, look, here's a light blue one, my favorite. If you were really up for a challenge, you could sit down one day and make a lot of these. And that would be a lot of fun, I think. Maybe a little messy, but still fun. Thinking you could also use yarn. If you've got yarn, you could use that and make a bow. Or chenille stems. You could really just about put anything on here to personalize it and make it the way that you want it. You could make a disco ball present too with all silver ones. That would be fun. Everybody loves disco balls right now. You could draw scenes on here or characters, put some Christmas elves. Ooh, we have like a turquoise aqua. Love that color too. Anything blue, anything in the blue family just makes me happy. My girls laugh at me. If you go to my desk at the office, I have blue pictures and a blue mouse and a blue book for my notes, the blue cup, everything blue. They call it Sarah colors. I said, oh look, that's a Sarah color. Okay, I think I'm done. What do you guys think? Is that enough? My 4-year-old would say no. She would want to cover it completely, and it would take 10 days for it to dry. But if that's what makes her happy, okay. So I think we're going to stop there. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to glue the top of my present to the little card insert that I made. So if you go back and we look at the one that was originally made, our sample, you can see that, and you can just see it was glued on the back. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to try and make sure, looks like I probably colored a little bit too close to the top, but that's okay. I'm just going to put a really small line of glue. I probably should have left a little bit more space up there. And I'm just going to do it like that. I'm going to let that dry. Turn it over. The other thing that we can do here is if you look at our samples, it had a lot of fun pom-poms. I like this because when you put it in, not only looks like a present, but it kind of looks like a Santa hat on the bottom because of the pom-poms. So we can go and put our pom-poms on here too. And just so you know, pom-poms and glue can take a really long time to dry. So you might have to do like a little bit of this project at a time and come back to it when things are dry. And that's okay. You don't have to do everything at once. I'm going to put my little star back. Oops. Okay, so we have pom-poms. So you can do white so it looks like snow. But you can also do like sparkly. The sparkle pom-poms are my absolute favorite. You could do white or you could do different colors. I'm going to be really careful to try and not hide my star there. You can have lots of fun with this. Make it however you want. Pom-poms. So again, pom-poms are hard to glue, but they're cute and they're worth it. So once it dries and you put it all together, it's quite possible that a pom-pom might fall off. You could just take your glue and go back to it. Okay, so now I'm going to put my card together. So remember, we just glued the insides of these. So we have this opening. So now we can take our card, go just like this, and just slide it in very gently. Ta-da! You have your own little card. Isn't that beautiful? Make sure you put your name on it and sign it for whoever you're giving it to, because you want to make sure that whoever that special person is, that they know that you put a lot of time and love into this card for them. Okay, so let's talk about winter workshop. We're going to come back over here. So I mentioned winter workshop to y'all before. Obviously, you know a little bit about it because you're here with me right now. But there are several live classes that you can join. The schedule will be up on michaels.com. It's December 1st through December 12th. So if you've been doing these live and you're here with me today, then of course you've missed some of them, but they are also pre-recorded and out on the website, so you can go back and watch anything you want. Also, if I moved a little bit too fast for you and you missed something, you can go back to the pre-recording and see what you missed and catch up that way. So the other thing that I want to tell you is we at Michaels live to see what you guys make. So if you can get your mom or anybody to post your pictures online for us, we love to see those. There's two things that you can do. I have a little sign here. You can do them online in your social media pictures and hashtag make it with Michaels. We also have hashtag Michaels classes. This lets us see all the fun things that you're doing and how you're taking our ideas and making them your own and being creative, and that makes us happy. So thank you guys for joining me today. I've really had a lot of fun, and I hope you guys enjoy this class as well as all of the others. Bye.